Sorry guys, continuing with this one, but they are overcharging, and so I just thought I'd confirm that there is a law that clearly says that in here. Let's see if I can find it. There, it's right there. It's because they cannot succeed, okay? That's why an application for a judgment under Rule 12.2, 12.3, it is because they cannot contest it, and this should give the judge the authority to do an automatic judgment in my favour. But what I have found really frustrating, that the government is using me. The alliance that is cling to me are deliberately sabotaging me because they want my intellectual information so they can steal it or use it for themselves. And that is what I'm being used for, okay? And I resent that, because my intellectual property belongs to me. Everything about me belongs to me. I have not signed a power of attorney to the government to have anything authoritative over me, okay? As a individual, they do not have that authority to do what they're doing to me unless I have consented to it. Okay, I've had to do a second clip. This is part 3, but here it is here. It says here quite clearly, okay? I mean, I just think these people are just so jealous. So jealous of my success, my intellectual property that belongs to me, and anything I make our money or whatever I'm entitled to make on my own belongs to me. And so they've exploited me. The government has exploited me historically, and that is the reason why there's a home invasion, okay? But it clearly says here, the cost for interlocutory application, the rule does not apply to a summary judgment. So I'm asking the judge to make a summary judgment. The judge can do that unless the Crown wants to settle outside of court. But this is the predicament. The Crown, the judge in my case, can make a judgment of liability, and then that is the end of this case. Or the judge, we go ahead with the hearing that is scheduled for the 8th of September, and then we'll just see what happens in that. Okay, so the new council came on board, and he made a submission that he is the new council. Let's just hang on a moment. Okay, so the new council came on board on the 11th of July. This is the deadline for Karen Ferris to put in a statement of defense, okay? So she didn't put one in, but the defendant went and got a new counsel. Okay, so this is the new counsel, Sean McCusker. All right, and he's put in a statement of defense. He's also put in an application to strike out. So those that don't know what a strike out is, they want my case to be closed, strike out. Okay, that's what they want the judge to do. And then he's put in a memorandum of change of representation and address for service dated 10th of July 2025. Okay, so this is the new council's memorandum. His name is Luke Cunningham. I have found this game, it's so obvious I am connected to a sadistic, evil spirit. Spiritually speaking, that is what you call a sadistic, evil spirit, okay? It's the same spirit-minded people who wants to, win by cheating, and they're helping each other, and they're breaking all the laws by trading in influence. So he put in just to confirm, and this is not his fault, okay? This, I'll just make that clear. This is Luke Cunningham. That's not his fault. He's obviously, I don't know the background of how the defendants went to him, but I'm coming from a point of view as the other party in the court protocols and rule. So he is now the new defendant. So I've had to let him know, and the courts know, that he is, that the other counsel has not withdrawn, because legally by law, and the law clearly says that they do have to withdraw, because they are on the court record notified as the active lawyer. That's all it takes, is for them to let the courts know, let the judge know, let me know, and then, but now there are 2 active lawyers according to the court record. That's the position we're in. But I did put a memo into this person's memorandum in regards to this memorandum. Here it is. I put a memorandum dated the 25th of July, and I've asked, it was in response to the new council's representation and address for other service, and other, meaning all the other documents he'd submitted. So I responded to the self-defense he submitted. I did not respond to Karen Ferris because she did not put in a statement of defense. So I'm sure I've already showed this to you guys. So there you can see, I CC'd that to the new counsel, and she is the court registrar, and unfortunately I have had problems with her. I've tried to ring her and she's hung up, and I don't know what it is, but the people I talk to, in the middle of conversation, somebody hangs up. Okay, they hang up the phone call. So it's either whoever's monitoring me, or she is hanging up on me intentionally. But if you can see on top of here, may it please the court, and it's addressed to the court judge. The judge has not responded. Things like this is not a court registrar's job to make that decision, because it's a high court judge. It's a serious matter. The court registry and the court deputy registrar and the registrars do not have that authority, according to the laws, to make these kind of a decision because of how serious the case is. However, they've changed the system for for those that don't know the laws as much as I do. It can easily be interpreted as the court deputy registrar having authority as same as the judge. They don't. Okay, the court deputy registrar and the registrar, their duty is to make sure that the judge doesn't make any unlawful strikes. Okay, the court deputy registrar, yes, they have authority, but they do not have authority to make decisions like I have asked them. I've attentioned the memo to the judge, because it is the judge that gives the direction. Yes, there are some set of circumstances where the registrar and the deputy registrar has that authority to make the call or make decisions, and then we have to go with that. But it's different for every case. Okay, I know the only person in my case, because of the seriousness of it, should be made by a judge, and then I have to abide. So I'm not being old school. I'm going by what the law actually says. Okay. So this is the danger of having new registrars and changing new people all the time. It's a criminal tactic. That it's illegal. They've invaded my case, or invaded my privacy, my profile, and this is what they've done to me since 2010. Okay guys, I'll finish at that, but we are dealing with a criminal case, and we are dealing with body corporate agencies, criminal offences. We're also dealing with a left behind case of a breach, a serious malfunction of the justice system, lockout, And yeah, I just feel like I'm just fighting for my life all the time. But yeah, so I'll leave it at that. This is actually part 3, continuing from part 2, because my camera just turned off. But I'll just put all the links together. This here is an exhibit. I will keep you updated. I'll do more video clips and update you with everything, because I know that my privacy is gone, and there's quite clear evidence that historically, even though I have been a private person, other people have actually secretly invaded my private life and used me for a pecuniary advantage without my consent.